One.
Off the menu. 4K. Adam Banx. HD 4K carats on your body.
3, 2. Let's go.
Check one.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You are now tuning in to episode 57 of the Off the Menu podcast.
57.
I am your friend, your host, Key, here with my brothers, my co-host, Moose.
What up?
And Tay.
Hello, everyone.
And a special guest, a very special guest. I am happy to introduce to you Adam Banx,
What's up?
music artist, producer, sound engineer, go-getter, big stepper,
Oh, I like that
going crazy.
Go-getter's a good one. I like that one. I didn't know the list was that long. It's good.
We make it like
Honestly, it keeps
crazy,
going.
yeah, bro.
It keeps going.
Man, how we doing, guys? Happy to be here.
Thank you
for coming.
This
Yeah.
has been a long waited for sure.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since she pulled up with Ferrari, bro, we were like, yo, we gotta have Adam on, bro.
Oh man, I think I was pretty sauced that
Yeah.
last time. I was telling him, I was like, I didn't remember what area we were in until we were getting here this time, and I was like, oh.
Did you at least remember the chicken wings?
Oh yeah, I remember the chicken.
Okay,
wings
there we
for
go.
sure.
That's all that matters.
There you go.
That's all that matters.
Those were bomb. Those were really good. I knew it.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually be cooking right after this, so you guys
Yeah.
stick around a little.
Stick around.
I got some lousy
There's some
being made,
food
so
going crazy.
stick around.
There.
Yeah.
There.
As always, before I forget, we got IT technical support in the back. Seafood, you ain't going crazy. Yeah, boy. And we got Ferrari Smoke back here too. And
Hell
Steady
yeah.
Steve's going crazy.
Special
Tell 'em,
guests.
Man,
Let's go, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in episode 57 Off the Menu podcast. Once again, we're happy to be here. We're happy to have Adam Banx on the on the podcast and get this going. You know, this is like I said. Once again, it's been a long awaited.
Yeah.
After we did the local disorder show, I was like, I'm so happy that we have Adam on here for
Yeah.
sure.
Man, that was one of my favorite shows of the year.
Bro.
I think it was one of the few I've done this
Yeah.
year too. But man, shout out local disorder.
Yeah. Shout outs
was
Ferrari
fun.
one
Yeah,
time.
shout
That
out
was
to
crazy.
them. March 8th, coming to you guys again here at Beehive, SLC. So we'll be there. We'll have things posted.
Yeah.
I'm going as media this time. I'm gonna.
Get that pass,
around.
I'm trying to get my
we need that
internship
media
of RIP
pass.
Daydream.
Shout out to RP Daydream.
Go
Yeah, that
crazy.
was fun though, man. I mean,
Bro, definitely
shout out
one
all
of
the
the
artists. and-
Crazy.
bunch of people. Great turnout.
Crazy.
I wasn't expecting that on a fucking Wednesday
Yeah,
night.
sold out Kilby on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
Not too
going
shabby.
crazy. Yeah.
My guy right here.
Yeah, shout outs to boy, man, going
Yeah.
crazy
Crazy.
with it.
Ferrari going crazy for real, putting it all together for the community and still going too.
It was
we going
fun,
crazy.
Too.
Yeah, for sure.
I got to play some new stuff too.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm sad
That was the
I
first
couldn't
time for a
stay,
few of those
man. I'm
records.
so sad I couldn't stay. I literally messaged you. I was like, yo, someone hop on live stream. I'm trying to see Adam Banx.
I would.
That's a good point. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna live stream my
Yeah,
next
bro, I
set.
said,
We
man, I
should,
need to-
we should get
phone,
someone
yeah.
just to live stream the whole thing, like
Yeah, why
from the
not?
beginning, because it shouldn't be that too crazy.
Yeah.
If anything, we can figure it out. But I tried to go in there and live stream it, but what happened was yours was so filled, I couldn't make it to the front to get even a live stream going.
pretty
Even
Yeah.
through the door.
Yeah.
People were packed up to the door. I was just standing outside like,
Yeah.
that looks nice.
Yeah, I literally had to
Yeah.
record all
Crazy.
my content through the window when
On a
you were
Wednesday.
performing on a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
On a
bro.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was going stupid.
Yeah,
dummy.
man.
Well,
Shout out to all the artists
you
though,
guys.
because you
Yeah.
guys put on a show, and that was the first time I actually did a local event. Like I went to a bunch of local artists, and I was like, thanks to you guys for hosting the event, because like I got to meet Club Mungo, I got to meet like Ben Raw in person. I met RP Daydream, even though we were gonna have them on the podcast. I actually got to meet him in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were able to build like some type of connection, knowing that
Yeah.
you know these are artists that we're gonna have on the pod and get things going with them too.
It was really a moment for the community just to come
Yeah.
together and chop it up. Like I didn't expect to meet so many like open people. Like
Yeah.
everybody was so receptive. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
It was so funny, bro. 1 second. I hit up Ferrari. I was like, yo, do we need to bring anything? He was like, yeah, if you got tents, tables, maybe even a heater. I was like, bro, what? A heater? I was like, why the fuck would I need a heater? I didn't even know that shit was outside.
We were lucky
Kilby's
though. It was
that,
good weather.
That fine line between inside and outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's also fun catching, like you said, meeting people in the moment, like catching
Yeah.
the artist in rare form.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, there's something about, the day of a show. I think, most of us can, attest to just, you have these nerves and then you get in your zone.
Right.
And then,
Right.
It's, I think it's really fun to meet other artists in that
Of course.
bag
Yes.
rather than meet them on
Definitely.
like a Sunday morning and they're
Yeah.
just,
For sure.
Yeah,
Everyone's in their
over, so-
element and
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah, it definitely brings that part out of them. The music tree, like the music, like musically talented, like artists that we have in the state of Utah, just get together in one place in one night and share their art with everyone. Like
Yeah.
that gave everyone a little piece, like what we can do here.
Right.
You know,
Hey, and March 8th.
March
Going
8th,
crazy,
y'all.
local
I'm
disorder
telling you, I'll be
market.
there. We'll get that posted. Follow everyone
March 8
here,
going crazy.
and we'll get that posted for more updates. But it's gonna be happening, and we'll be there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. Let's get this shit started, man. For those who don't know, brother, who are you and what do you do?
Man, I'm nobody and I
Tell
do
'em.
nothing, but I do it very well.
Yeah.
No, my name is Adam Banx. I'm just a producer. That's my day job. Is I run a music studio, and by night, I play music around the city, rock the stage.
Yeah.
Play guitar from time to time.
Yes, sir.
Maybe rap a little bit. Maybe sing a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You definitely in your bag in like all categories, bro.
Yeah, every
like-
time I
like
hear
so
your name, like
crazy,
they're just
bro.
like, oh, he does this, he does this, he
Yeah.
does
You
this.
got a
And I'm
long
just
list
like,
of
yeah.
accolades going crazy.
Everybody says the same thing.
Well, and
Yeah.
it's the people I choose to work with, and I think
Of
that's
course.
the difference too. Is for to take it back. I've been doing this 6 years now as my day job, and the start was really hard. You got to work with just anyone you can work with, and,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Some people may, not promote their stuff. Some may, and over the last, I think 3 years or so now, I've really been able to hone into a group of artists and
Right.
and friends and creators that they're visible. They do what they do, and
Right.
it helps make the work seen. You know what I mean? So that way, and also they're making good stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Of course.
it was fun being at that show. I mean, I produced for Never Catch 'Em,
I love those
Black
guys.
Emergence, Ferrari Smoke,
Right.
Numero Uno,
Yeah.
Du Santano. So it was fun hearing all those live.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
yeah,
I bet
it was,
it's a good feeling, bro. I bet it's a great feeling.
I
can't
will be in
imagine.
I was in the
Yeah.
back of the crowd for a
Yeah.
lot of the show, just sitting there, and my producer brain kicks in. I'm just like kind of analyzing the mix, but I was able to snap out of it a few times and actually enjoy myself. But for the most part, I'm just sitting there, just like I should have turned the bass down a little bit, or and maybe
You're just
next time
critiquing
I'll-
yourself,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
just thinking about because you never get to hear the mix on speakers like that.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right.
At least not often for me, but yeah, that was fun.
I can't imagine how frustrating it is being a music creative, because every creative like judges what they do, like
Of course.
almost to a fault. So like with music, I love music and I can just listen to whatever. I'm not musically talented in any way, so I can't imagine how frustrating it could be.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. I mean, I was training one of my interns, and he came to me maybe 6 months into the training and was like, man, you've ruined certain songs for me now. Now I'm just sitting here just listening to the mix. Like he had like loved some song. I forget who it was by, but yeah, and the song is still great, but
Yeah.
the mix was from 2010 or something.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's the price you pay though
Right.
for knowing better, I guess, in a way.
You dissecting everything now.
Yeah, I mean, I try to enjoy myself now too, but that's why I like, being in the moment, like at that show.
Yeah.
There's a
Right.
lot of things to take you out of being just too analytical. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but aside from like you being analytical about your stuff, on our side of it, like you've done so much for a lot of the artists that have come through and put like kind of Utah in a place where now the Utah music scene is starting to get known. And you've been like behind the doors, and like also been in front of it. Like a lot of people know who you are, and you've been able to put that together. And like a lot of people, like, and we're gonna give you your flowers now because when a lot of
thank
people
you,
come
man.
here, you're the first one that they got to go to.
Seriously,
It's like
yeah.
if someone's trying to
Great
make
things to
music,
say.
we got to send them to Adam Banx
Yeah.
appreciate
because
that, man.
the fact that you're even at a show and you're being analytical about what you're looking at or listening to is like, damn, I should have changed this, means you're just over there trying to perfect your craft. So whoever comes to you, just know that he's got to do whatever he can to make sure you sound as well as you want on your own song.
Yeah.
I mean, and it wasn't great for years, but
You got to start somewhere, bro.
and I would say you'd think there'd be a moment of like overwhelming, like, wow, it's there finally. But I think when you actually get to that point, you know, you realize it's an endless rabbit hole, and you know, hopefully music keeps sounding better and better and better. And 20 years from now, we're looking at stuff that came out in 2024,
right?
Just being like, man, I can't believe they, you know, let's say spatial audio.
Yeah,
have you guys heard of that? So, you know, in the future, I think potentially all systems that we listen to music through will be, you know, surround sound or three-dimensional to some degree.
Right.
You're tripping me out right now.
And so they'll look at the way we listen to music in stereo as like, oh, that's barbaric.
Right.
Whereas, you know, you take it to the 50s, everything was in, or maybe not the 50s, like, I don't know, 20s, everything was in mono. But yeah, no, I think hopefully music will keep.
Yeah, they're like remastering and like remixing a lot of old stuff to spatial audio. I don't know what it is for Spotify, if it's the same shit or not, but
yeah,
on Apple you can see like the spatial audio type.
Yeah, I'm finally getting into it. You know, for a while it was really expensive to kind of mix in, you know, Dolby Atmos or, you know, any of those surround sound systems. But now it's kind of affordable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and like most of those sounds that we're talking about is like usually for movie production or something like that, and that's where you get to hear is most of the times is like when you're sitting in a theater and you're like Oppenheimer, how they had to change the audio frequency for the movie itself, just because like the naked human eye or ear, they couldn't hear if they went to a regular like movie, you know. Yeah. But they specifically dropped that, and like I forgot it was like something high, but they were like they had to change it specifically for that movie so you would know what's going on.
Don't judge me. I haven't seen Oppenheimer.
No, you're good. You're good. No judging. It's just like when they were releasing it, they were like they gave you two options. It's like regular or like the better sounding sound.
Yeah.
And then that's why now we're getting into the music, like it's transferring to the music industry because now you're like you said, it's becoming more affordable for people to be able to mix with it and also get to experience it now.
It's almost like the standard.
Yeah.
You know, in a sense, almost like that standard now. Yeah. And everything gets there's a certain standard. Everyone has to kind of fall into it.
Yeah, right. And you know, nowadays almost anyone can get, you know, something good, you know, off like, you know, a fucking iPhone.
Yeah, your phone. I was about to say.
I mean, but I do think it's fun what we do at the studio too, because it's, you know, obviously it's a lot more dressed up than that.
Yeah,
But,
of course.
I think it's fun because you know, at my studio, it's more of like the mix and the master is part of the song in a way, rather than let me do a song and then I'm just going to try and make it sound, you know, as good as possible.
Yeah.
It may, you know, no one may notice the mix, but there's those few artists that I think, you know, like a Travis Scott or a you know, a Drake or a Kanye,
Lil Yachty.
Yeah, where we appreciate the mix. We're like, oh, wow, that's a level above.
Yeah,
like, you know, there's like a, you know, a standard that we talk about, right? And I think, you know, it's fun to kind of play around in that space too, outside of just singing and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like you do that a lot. Like the times that I have been at the studio, you go crazy with it. Yep. You definitely make sure that that's something that you're really involved in. You got to involve it, all those things in.
What's crazy is I feel like more recently I just see how many mistakes I've made, and you know, it's funny. I think, you know, at the start for years, I was just like, oh no, we got this down. Right. This sounds great. And then the more and more I ramp it up, the more and more often I'm changing my whole preset. I'm like, oh, that last song I did.
Oh, of course.
Last year was garbage. Like I gotta, you know what I mean? So,
I think that comes with the consistency, bro. That comes with just being in the lab every day. Yeah. You know, and I feel like you out of anybody would be the one to notice all of these subtle things that most witnesses, right?
You're 6 years deep. Of course, you're going to have evolution, especially with sounds always changing, right?
Yeah.
But let's go back. So you started 6 years ago, and it was like that's when it became your full-time job.
Yeah.
What were you doing, and how did you get into like becoming a sound engineer?
Well, I'd always had an interest you know, if we take it way back, I was using GarageBand, you know,
Oh,
at
crazy.
like, you know, 12 years old, 13 years old,
Yeah.
you know, basically recording, you know, rock and roll demos, but I would make beats on the side too, because they had like a little beat pack
Right.
Yeah.
on there, and just like
Use like the keyboard and shit.
hundreds of millions of kids did as well. I was
Yep.
like, all right, this is fun. And
I was one of those too.
and then, you know, just was recording, you know, my band and in different groups, and, you know, had fallen into, you know, the artist name A-Dub for, you know, a stretch of years. I think it was like 5 years there.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally we rebranded to Adam Banx. And I think it was 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say
it was
it would have been a minute.
I was like,
Like right after
yeah, it was
COVID.
2
Been a
years
long
ago. Yeah.
So when I met you back in 2000, or at least heard of you, it was at the very first time I met Ferrari.
Yeah.
You were on stage performing that Paranoia song I keep asking about, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, I'll send you that link. Okay, hold on.
And you were going by A-Dub during
Yeah.
that time.
Yep.
So tell us about the Adam Banx rebrand. Why from
Just-
A-Dub to Adam Banx?
Just growth.
Yeah.
Just evolved out of it, and you know, it was fun, and I pride myself on being one of the first, you know, maybe 5 A-Dubs and then one day I just got on and I searched my name, and there was just like literally almost 200 artists, and I was just like, man, like I need something one of one.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it took me, you know, maybe 2 months to, you know, I'd get a name I like, and then I would Google it, and something
Right.
else would pop up,
Mhm.
and I'd be like, fuck, like, all right, hold on, now I gotta, rethink it, and then finally I'd put Adam Banx in, and the hockey player from Mighty Ducks came up.
Going crazy.
But then I changed it to an X instead of the KS. And,
Right.
nothing popped up. It literally was like Google. Google said there are no like results for anything.
damn.
And then I went to all the apps and searched it as well, and nothing. And then I was like, okay, hold up, I could rock with this.
For sure.
And then I just feel like it was weird, you know, pushing my music for so long under the other name, and I feel like it had gotten stagnant, and then, you know, it was immediate difference in energy and attention from people.
Of course.
When I changed the name. But I also took some time off, and I dropped a EP 30 days.
Yep.
And the story of that is I had spent 30 days, you know, just locked in my studio. You know, I slept in there. I ate every meal in there. I did everything but go to the bathroom in there. Luckily,
No, that one,
But,
that project does go hard though. Like you had Midnight, you have Numero Uno on there. You have 99 with Peach. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
And really, even more important to me than the music was just the growth during that
Of course.
time, just of isolation. And in a way, you know, I isolated from people, but I really dove into the music that I love and listened to a bunch of stuff. You know, some artists don't listen to anything when they're making an album, and I had days of that as well too. But you know, I just really did a lot of personal growth and game planning for how to really be successful at this. You know,
Right.
because I think I've spent enough time at a certain level that I've truly, I know I've outgrown it. And
Right.
it's time to take that next step, and hopefully there's a lot of guys doing big stuff in the city, and hopefully this is another huge moment. You know, so
During that time, would you say that was like a difficult time or pretty like freeing time?
both,
Both.
both for sure. The end was freeing, I would say. The start was difficult though,
Yeah.
because I'm a social guy. I like hanging out, and just the isolation alone, I think, helped heal a lot of stuff that I had going on. So again too, I try and practice that every once in a while. Just have a day to yourself, and You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It still helps me to this day from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But that's when the name change and everything happened. Was after that period, I kind of honed in, knew what I was doing.
Man, that's fire. Because for a lot of creatives out there in the world, picking a name is one of the hardest things. Like coming up with a brand, coming up with an artist name, and doing all the research to go into things. Like we kind of went through a difficult path because More About Nothing was a project Wale did early 2000s or 2010. So
Yeah.
I didn't even remember that.
so that's the whole. Actually,
I with the cease and desist. No.
Hey,
Not yet.
Wale, please don't hit us with
Not
that shit.
yet.
We will
love you,
tribute
Wale.
you, man,
Yeah.
every
Wale's
fucking
probably
year.
super cool.
I talk about it all the time because it was one of my favorite projects that he did early on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was the backpack era. We talked about it last time with Ferrari, but that was one of the greatest eras of music that I grew into from high school to like becoming an adult. Like I got to be 18 watching all this stuff. And I saw Mac Miller live here in Utah. I saw J. Cole live here in Utah. And that was all early on mixtape stuff.
I still consider us backpack.
Yeah. That
We are.
generation. We're all the
Definitely.
generation.
Hey, like
But-
we run around with our backpacks everywhere.
Yeah, and we sat down at a dinner. We're eating Thai food, and I was like, "Hey, yo, we come up with the name." We were coming up with names, and I said, "How do you feel about this?" And we were like, "More About Nothing." All right,
It was the only one we saw
We-
that day.
you type it in, and it's like, "Ah, damn it, Wale is just everywhere. He owns everything. More About Nothing." And it's like,
It's
all right,
hard to find a name
Yeah.
that's
It's true.
not taken nowadays. Nowadays, everyone's thought of everything.
yeah, we
it
literally
seems
have
like.
over 30 years of the internet, so it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to be original with what you are picking out there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know
Yeah.
my
I
name
was
was
lucky
original
to-
as fuck. I went by Queasy K.
Queasy K.
Queasy
So
K.
dumb, bro.
No one else had that.
So no
for
one
sure.
had that.
Why were you so
motherfucker.
queasy?
All you.
Fuck, bro. So dumb.
You can have
bro.
that one.
He's the kid that throws up at every party.
I'm dumb, bro. Queasy K, man.
He just came off a roller
Did it
coaster.
again, Key.
Too much, bro.
But yeah, no, like, and for anyone out there that's just like coming up with something, like stick to who you are, and
Yeah.
do the research, and then just start picking from there. Because once again, the internet is a hard place to take over, especially with everything already been taken.
Yeah.
And props to you for being able to notice the rebranding and be able to change just a few things that the evolution would help with.
And you know what's funny is after doing this and even the name now being successful, I'm totally open to changing it again.
Yeah.
Who knows? I may change it again and again, but I hope that this one works and that it I don't feel the need to change it.
Yeah.
But
It's ringing bells, bro. It's
Yeah.
ringing bells
If
around
it's
the
working,
city,
it's
bro.
working.
It's working,
It's
bro.
ringing, it's ringing,
Yeah, it's
so
definitely working, bro.
that's what
It's
I'm
Definitely
catchy.
do. Like it just hits. I hear Adam Banks and it's just like boom. Like when
When
I
you
heard that, I
type
was like,
Adam
yeah,
Banks,
sounds-
that's the one that pops up. So
Yeah.
which is
Right.
nice.
yeah, which is
Finally.
nice.
Oh,
But then
man.
also, like, you can also rebrand. Like, we've seen Ye do it. We've seen Kanye move to Ye, and
Yeah.
So
on
many
such a big
people.
platform, it's like, people are still going to call him Kanye West, but you look it up now, and like, you can go through anything, right?
Yeah. I mean, if Kanye can change his name,
Yeah.
You
I
definitely
might change
can.
mine a couple times.
Yeah.
I might change it and change it back.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that we live in a world where, or you're in a world where you can do that, and people
Yeah.
are like,
Right.
oh yeah, that's totally fine. You can't really do that in very many ways.
My hope is to just build a following that rock with me for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
I mean, so
That's-
far, I feel like it's been successful in doing that, bro. I'm telling you, everyone that anytime your name comes up in any conversation, bro, everyone has the highest to say about you, bro.
Yeah,
Everybody.
literally, we were at like I said, we were at Local Disorder, and like, it was, your name popped up everywhere.
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Everyone was there talking about you and like what you've done for a lot of people in the community, a lot of the artists and stuff. And I was like, that's so crazy, because to have someone connected with one person is one thing, right? Like we knew you through Ferrari. Like I knew who you were,
Right.
working with Ferrari, and now that I know that you've been tapped in with so many people in the community, it's like, okay, you've been doing a lot of things, though.
Been busy.
Yeah.
We've been working.
Super busy, bro.
And doing the live performances and like being able to put things together. Like, you are pretty much like a generational talent. I would say. I want to
appreciate
say that because
no, for reals, absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
you don't
I
hear.
wouldn't say that either,
Yeah.
but I just that means so much, and I'm just happy to play a part in other artists'
Of
careers
course.
that are I believe to be generational
Yeah,
talents.
exactly.
the same
Right.
way. So working with artists like Ferrari. Oh, he's out. He's out of here now.
Ferrari,
Working with
Stella,
artists like Steez, Stella.
Peach, one
Yeah,
alone,
numero uno. Like,
Numero Uno. You got a long
Yeah.
list, bro.
And these guys, I mean, I know it. They're gonna change the scape of music and
Right.
hopefully be the founding, fathers and mothers of, Salt Lake's next generation. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I already
for
see
sure.
a lot of young kids that are, coming up, but just need access.
Right.
There's no industry access here. It's
Yeah.
all just
Mm-hmm.
local, and it's beautiful too. But I'd really love to bring some eyeballs to the city.
Yeah,
Someone that has that reach.
You're definitely
Yeah.
it's happening, bro. It's happening. It's unfolding right in front of us. And I'm gonna just say like everything that I've heard come out of your studio specifically, bro, high quality. Everything, bro.
Oh, very much so.
Everything.
Yeah.
You just have an ear for quality and how a good song should sound.
I appreciate
Right.
that. We
So-
try.
Yeah.
Learning every day though.
Yeah. As you should though with your craft. Right?
When it comes to the engineering skills and then you also being a music artist, how has the sound engineer producer, you produced for
Yeah.
a lot of the big dudes out here, how has that shaped your sound as an artist personally?
Man, I think I'm just a sponge. And
Yeah.
so, these other artists I work with are great, and I think I help build these sounds with them. And then, it took me time too to find how to locate something about what they're doing that works for me
Right.
and that I use moving forward rather than just, replicating the same style. So, it took time, but nowadays it's just fun. And I think it's, makes me the artist I am. For
Definitely.
sure. I mean, my music taste was okay until I started running the studio, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
I'm listening to, just everything.
Everything.
Reggaeton, cumbia, Afrobeat,
Yeah.
death metal, new metal,
Right.
just all sorts of stuff. Genres that, are being invented right now. That,
Right.
you
That honestly brings me to my next question, bro.
Yeah.
Because as far as like your beat selection, your melodies, your flow, everything, you're like super versatile. Like you can do like
Yeah.
almost everything, anything.
No,
It was hard to track what your genre was when I was
Right.
listening to music. I was like, I don't even know what to call this guy. So
Right.
it's very versatile.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good because that was my question. I was wondering if you guys had to just put it in a box. What box would you say it?
Man, I feel like you're kind of on like the Post Malone bag, bro. To be honest,
I
like,
wanted to
how
say
that
I
fool,
don't-
that fool
yeah.
came out rapping,
Mhm.
singing the melodic, and and he's going into like some rock star shit right now too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
I my
Say
plan
pop?
is and that's what I was leaning towards too. Is I just think I just want I'm expressing myself, but I listen back to it unbiasedly, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty poppy,
Yeah.
And I think my real plan with this one was to be a little smoother,
Yeah,
a little more singy,
Mhm.
but it just happens to be when I sing, it's kind of a pop vibe.
right.
Yeah.
But
I
it
don't.
leads into, a really cool space because, that was my intention with this year is, the 30 Days EP was just it was like a sampler plate of a few different styles. And some of those styles didn't end up making it to these next, projects that I'm looking to release. But,
Right.
I really want to drop hopefully 4 finished projects by the year. And, this is the first sound that, we're working with for Deep Blue, which
Yep.
is
Going
I guess
crazy.
I guess we can talk about it now.
Yeah, I wanted you to say it first. I didn't want to say it first.
So Deep Blue is the album EP project I'm working on. It's I guess it's done. It's coming out, but the first song comes out February 16th.
A lot of bangers. A lot of bangers on there. bro.
Damn.
This
Going
week.
crazy.
Soon.
It
Yeah.
was the,
Friday?
Friday.
It's
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, it was the Too Deep record.
Yep.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like a Jersey club vibe. It's got a few things going on, but I'll be releasing the album every song by song for the next undisclosed amount of weeks.
Mhm.
But I'm really excited to finally put out some music. It's been I'd say 6-7
Fat
months.
minute, bro.
Yeah,
It's been a fat minute.
Yeah, it's been too long,
Yeah.
because I'd had a productive summer last year, and you know, again, just like the winter before, I kind of took some time to reassess, and you know, I think it's just growth, because the old me would have taken 3 years to notice the changes I need to make. Whereas
There's a lot of progression in it, bro.
yeah, now it took me like a season, and I was like, okay, hold on, I gotta, you know, just change the way that I, you know, was promoting it and, you know, getting out there. It's like the music, I'm just gonna make what I make either way.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's all just, you know, getting in front of the, you know, the right eyeballs, and you know, hopefully retaining them. You know, but.
Man, but it's working though, you know, and you know, we got a little snippet of what was being released. So you guys this episode comes out Wednesday. Yeah. Well, so go and listen to the song Friday when it comes out here, February 16th, and then we're gonna keep it updated too. So every time you drop something, we're gonna let you guys know, the viewers, to go and listen to it.
Yeah, it'll be hopefully just every Friday.
Too Deep's that one too, bro. You play that shit in the club.
You like that one?
You hear that shit in like I hear that shit in like a EDC, like one part in it. You know what I'm saying? You know what part? You know what part I'm talking about? That drop, bro. I hear that shit at EDC, man, going crazy.
That just, you know, that record was so fun. Just the Jersey club style coming from, you know, coming off doing the Let Me Know record last summer. That was like my, you know, biggest record so far, you know, in my eyes, and you know, I just felt like it was right to drop another Jersey club, you know, kind of paying homage.
Yeah,
of course.
To that, you know, but yeah, I mean, the rest of the album, again, hopefully I keep it consistent a little bit more, but
I think so, bro.
It is, man. I can't help myself but play with genres, you know. I can't help but just, you know, I can't do the same style every song, you know.
Right.
That's some of my favorite artists, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like being, like you're as creative as you are, like it would make only sense for you to just want to do whatever you want. So, like, you know it works, you know it, but you also know it was like, you know, I want to do this one for me. You know, I want to do this so I can put it out and know that I did it.
I definitely can tell you're having a lot of fun on it, right?
Yeah.
You can tell there's a lot of fun in it. You can tell there's a lot of work put behind it. And it all sounds cohesive. Going crazy back to the word of the day, cohesive.
Well, this is an interesting fact too. So, Ferrari Smoke actually helped me put it together because I had, I mean, maybe close to 100 records
for sure,
just sitting there.
Damn.
And you know, I wanted to drop again like another sampler plate, and he was able to kind of locate certain records where he was like, okay, hold on, these belong in a project, these belong in another project, and so on and so forth. And by the end of it, we were looking at, you know, 4 completed projects where all of a sudden I realized I was like, okay.
I know that catalog big as fuck, bro. I know you got them locked away in the vault, bro.
And the ideas, you know, I feel like I've really, you know, in the past, you know, I've really dropped the ball with just how consistently I drop. So the idea is hopefully to drop almost every week for this entire year. And you know, I'm hoping to get caught up to where I can make a song tomorrow and maybe a week from then it's, you know, out. But, you know, we got some work to do. And it'll be fun. I do believe there will be a record in there that'll change my life.
Yeah.
So all of these songs you just had stashed away in a vault.
Yeah.
And then just kind of honed down on a few different
Maybe
ones.
over the last couple of years, just records that never found a home on 30 days.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, I just made them sporadically. It was like I would do a Jersey club record, then I'd do a pop record, and then I'd do, you know, something heavy. And, you know, they weren't consistent how I created them, but it was funny putting them all into a project and being like, oh, wait, this was this, you know, side of me. This was this shade. And that's part of why I named the project Deep Blue, because I just felt like that was that shade, that tone. Even though they're recorded, you know, almost, I'd say the whole project of Deep Blue is recorded maybe a year apart from like how whenever I recorded one of the songs to the last, you know.
And the features were all there when, or the features came recently.
Yeah, I mean, me and Rari had you know, not to spill any tea, but me and Rari had a record that you know, I think we just had like the hook or something, and then, you know, we finished it up pretty recently. But for the most part, a lot of these have, one of the records on there is, I mean, damn, yeah, one of the records on there is almost 2 years old actually too. So,
that's the thing with it though,
it's
bro.
crazy.
I can't even pick out which one what that track could be. They all sound very good, and in its rightful place.
And that's why I'm dropping them as singles. I've done projects as A-Dub and now as Adam Banx.
Right.
And even when I did the 30 days, I dropped it all at once and then was like, oh shit, hold on, let me, take a week at a time and really work it.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully once I get caught up and in 2025, I'll be able to, spend more time with records, really hone in on, a certain single for, maybe potentially, a month or so, and then release entire bodies of work.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dream, I think, as an artist, is to be able to just, not have to hold on to it or siphon it out too, too sparingly.
Yeah.
Of course. What's one song? If there was one song on that EP, that you would just want to showcase you as an artist to someone new, what song would that be on that EP?
I think it's the first one we're doing, Too Deep.
Too Deep.
That record just, it's got a lot going on. And
For sure.
but I think you can hear elements. If you heard any other song off the album after listening to that song, I don't think you'd be too surprised.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going crazy. The vibe's going in, bro.
Yeah, that was a fun record to do. And, man, I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
And of course, all produced by Adam Banx.
Yeah, I do have one record produced by my protege Nate Taff. Shout out
nice,
shout out that
dude.
homie Nate Taff one time
That's
going
sick.
crazy.
He caught a record. I can't say who with, but it's gonna be a moment.
Yeah,
For sure,
bro.
Yeah.
Nate Taff, one of the ones working too, bro, for sure. He going
Yeah,
crazy with it.
watch out for Taff.
Yeah, the beats, that boy go crazy.
Yep, absolutely.
For
man.
sure, bro.
It's fun. I've worked with other producers before, but I kind of taught him how to make beats, so it was fun having. He knew exactly what the hell I wanted.
Damn,
Right.
you
You know,
trained his
that-
ear on it. huh?
He knew
Yeah.
exactly, so he hit me with that beat, and it was over. That was a quick record.
Mhm.
For sure.
40 minutes in and out, and we were done.
Nate Taff, One Alone, like all of these guys, bro. They, like I said,
Yeah, One
these
Alone, too.
fools have nothing but good things to say about you, bro. There was one show that I went to last year. I swear to God, bro. Everyone that was on that lineup, Adam had a song. Like, Adam was on the stage like every 15 minutes going to perform a song,
That
bro.
was
It
so
was
much fun. I
like
know what's fun to talking about.
seven
too.
artists. He was on everyone's set. Every
That's
person's
so
set.
sick,
He was on one.
It's been like that for just too long though, and I'm happy that these guys are making waves and
Yeah, for sure.
pushing it even further than
Of course.
I think we ever thought. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
definitely,
yeah.
bro. These boys
Shout
are
out One
working.
Alone.
man.
Shout out Nate
One
Taff.
Alone, man. Shout out Nate
Shout
Taff
out
one
to
time.
gang.
And that's what people need when they're coming up too, is somebody to look for guidance for. And you've had a lot of experience too.
Yeah.
And then something I wanted to kind of talk about, because I really need to fucking know, is like the versatility part. Like I want to know where your influences stem from. Like who would you say like your top 5 most influential artists like growing up was?
That's always a hard one.
I know I
Changes
threw a big
every
one on
day.
you.
I don't know. I think I listen to a lot of, the Beatles.
Going crazy.
I would say like, maybe obviously like a Drake or a Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Eminem, of course. And then I don't know. I love like Lauryn Hill and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tell them.
I love like
Tell 'em.
I like smooth R&B. Like that's kind of a lot
Mhm.
of the stuff that I listen to on my free time.
Oh yeah. Bringing back to Lauryn Hill though, she is
Said
like,
John B. Nah, I wasn't listening to John
I
B. But
forget what year it was. I think it was like 2011 or 2010. She performed at the Twilight series here. I only
Yeah.
paid $5. One of the
Amazing.
best
Yeah.
performances
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Definitely.
And it was raining.
yeah, well,
so-
Kid Cudi's another
Yeah.
one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kid Cudi
Yeah.
was
Oh yeah.
instrumental as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, and now I'm just I just love listening to it all. I mean, I'll just listen to the, top 100 just to see, and I'll probably hate 99% of it, but every time I do it, I'll catch one song that I'm like,
I mean,
Okay.
I like Dua Lipa. She's on that shit all
yeah,
the time.
right. Like you might just catch a single you weren't expecting, and
Yeah.
also just working with all these artists.
Yeah,
I,
of course.
get put on to just a lot of good stuff that I probably have no business knowing about.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
you work with a bunch of artists in the city, of course. Ferrari, Stella, Peach, Numero Uno, One
Yeah.
Alone. I mean, you're pretty involved in a lot of what they do on the creativity side, right? But how are you making time to like really perfect your own and come into your
Well,
own craft?
that's been. Well, I know I had hit you, and I wanted to do it earlier in the year, but that was part of it too. I had to just take a little time. Luckily, I don't need. It doesn't take me too long to just snap back into that mode nowadays.
course.
But, really just took a couple weeks to, name everything, pick some cool names, get some artwork. And, this whole, last year I've been just picking up little bits and pieces of, advice from everyone,
Yeah.
on how
sure.
to go about this. And also I think I've probably talked a lot of people's ear off
Oh, I'm
about,
sure.
you need to do this and you need to do that. And, now I got to practice what I preach. So
That's true. And you do it all, right? So you're I know you do a little bit of the cover art. I know you be doing reels and Instagram.
man, that's the cover art secret.
Yeah.
I do some cover art. I'll do little videos and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
you do it all, bro.
So you're doing all that, and you also just like you manage yourself, and it sounds like you manage other artists.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a situation, and it's still, it may or may not still lead to something, but for the most part, I am fully independent and manage myself.
But I mean,
haven't done a great job of it, but hopefully this year we're really gonna get it down.
That's not a simple task.
I know
No, it's hard.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
at one point though we were in the studio, and you were talking to me about like labels and execs hearing your shit and like wanting to sign a deal. Like, what can you tell us about that in that situation?
I can say certain stuff. I mean, there was interest, in the 30 Days EP even before that was released. And, I was really blessed to have the opportunity to, just, shake the right hands for a moment. And, I think, we had a good run of, pitching to a few different, sources. And, for whatever reason, it didn't work out that time. But I do believe now the door, we got our foot in the door
Of
to,
course.
if I need to make a call and I really feel like, because personally for me, I just want to do this independently at this point.
Of course.
That's the dream is, I don't see why I would need to partner, but if someone has, an offer and a plan,
Right.
I'm all in. But, to get back to the whole thing was just, it didn't work out. We had, a few records that are on this album that were some of the records that we pitched that they said no to. So as
Really?
you listen to it, believe it or not, certain companies I won't name, passed up on it. But, our plan here for this project now is to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just push it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, we did a lot of writing, we did a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna say any names, but it just was, a moment, and now I really appreciate being independent.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
You took a shot at it, going crazy.
and who knows, I might be back.
Yeah.
Like I said, the right offer and the right plan.
Yes.
And I'm sure, a lot of artists I work with can attest to this, but yeah, like managing yourself is the most important, even if you have a manager.
Right.
You don't want a manager, you want an assistant. You want a partner.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something that Stella always tells me. I don't want a manager, I want an assistant. I need, 8 arms, to do what I got to
It's
do.
true, man.
Just somebody that allows you
Yeah.
to be creative, at least at that point. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna dive all the way in. You'd
Man.
think I wouldn't be surprised by this doing this all day, but it's kind of nice.
Have you haven't done a podcast before, have you?
Oh no, I've done a few.
Oh, a few? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, well, actually, I still don't get. I'm not used to this all the time too. Once we're in it, I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable. But every time before we start, I'm like, oh shit, okay, there's my voice.
Well, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, rarely am I. It's these mics though. I love these. What microphones are these?
That's our tech guy right there.
Bro,
our
I don't
hardware
even
guy.
know.
That's the
I was like doing so much research. It's been about almost a year. Oh, actually, it's been over a year since
Ew,
we
yeah.
the Yeti snowball.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
Yeah, right.
iPhone 5 microphones. Now these sound amazing though.
But yeah, no. I wanted to go back to a question. So you were talking
Yeah.
about like influences into your music and stuff. We always ask a question with the artists, like if they had to build a team for an album, you would get one other rapper, one producer, and one singer, and this all includes you. So you were the first member of it all.
Oh wow.
Who would you put on this album?
Famous, local, dead,
Yeah,
alive.
whatever you want.
The perfect.
Okay, so for my producer,
Tell them.
I need. I'll do Rick Rubin because I can make the beats. So
Yeah.
I just want
Tell 'em.
an ear in there
Yeah.
that's trusted. For my rapper, this guy said
Ferrari smoke.
In the back.
Honestly, you and Ferrari, the duo I didn't know is like Batman and Batman. If I had to say, like,
Well,
Batman
obviously,
and
I'm
Batman.
not saying Batman
Batman.
Robbie because, like, for real, like when if you guys go listen to a
it's
Ferrari Smoke
Batman,
Adam
Batman.
Banx song, it's like,
man. Well, I would say obviously first things first. The whole ABX camp would be in there. You know. what I
yeah,
mean?
there you go.
I wouldn't. Come on, bro. But just for the fun of the combo, outside of the camp, if I had my, this isn't my dream situation, but this is just celebrities,
Hypothetical,
hypothetical.
but we can make it happen. You guys,
Yeah,
You guys are
we're
still Scorpion and
manifesting-
Sub-Zero.
We're manifesting right now. For my rapper, man, I'd probably take Drizzy.
Go crazy. Hey.
That'd be nice. We get some good
Adam
vibes.
Banks and Drake they're going crazy. Tell them.
And then for my singer, I'd probably go. Shit, we'll go Alicia Keys because she killed that shit in the Super Bowl last night. Go Chiefs!
Tell
But
'em.
Shout out Swiss.
and yeah, I mean, and she doesn't use autotune or nothing.
yeah, she goes crazy, bro.
Yeah, that would be my dream team right there.
Yeah.
I think we'd make something good.
Yeah.
Probably be awkward in the studio considering all the stuff.
Oh, Rick Rubin's is gonna be like floating.
Yeah, Rick
in the
Rubin's
sky.
just gotta be
just yodered up.
he's like this, and he falls down. He's like, "Did you guys hear that? Did y'all notice that?"
Drake's
There's a
gonna be-
symbol of falling and getting up again.
Drake's gonna be distracted and betting on steak and just.
He's like, "Y'all see that number 11? Oh, I missed that shit again."
a max win.
And
I
then,
need the max win.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
and then he's going, and then he'll take your song, bro. We'll do it without you.
It just became a Drake album.
He got sway
You
lead.
just heard Drake, hey Selena.
I'm not gonna say anything in case I work with this dude. I'll be fucked up.
Shout out to Drake. No.
But so you were talking about your camp. Let's go into that. Like, who's a part of your camp? What is the camp? What is the name?
So the name is After Bad Times.
Crazy.
The idea is after bad times come good days, come good moments, come growth. And yeah, the camp, consists of, the majority of the artists we've just named. We're not going to go over the list. You can run it back. But,
Right.
We've been, really building a sound as a unit, moving as a unit.
Most
Local
def.
Disorder was, I think a great example of that.
Right.
Just, you saw it. Everyone just moving in unity.
Yeah.
Everybody, the sound matches up. It sounds like the city.
Right.
But everyone has their own different wave that they're on, and we've been getting. It's funny enough, we've been getting everyone tattooed and stuff too. Shout out Steady Steves. How many tats are we on now? I think it's like 9 or 10. So we're starting a little cult.
That is gang level now.
yeah.
Anything
it's-
above 7 is gang
It's
level.
not a gang,
Yeah.
but it's a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even a team. It's a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like-minded individuals that have all come together over the course of years and years.
Of course. I'm about to get that shit tatted too.
Yeah, come on the chest.
Yeah.
I'm saying just centerpiece.
Guys,
Oh, you're saying neck. There we go.
we've been through this way too many times.
I think we've been doing this for the last 7 years. He has not got one tattoo yet.
Steez, you should have brought the needle.
We're doing it live right now.
Yeah, hold up. Let's do the tat.
All right,
bro.
boo, we ready?
Tell him.
All right.
Right here.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Go crazy, bro. Man, I
We gotta
feel like,
wait a long
you know,
time.
while we're on performing, man, I feel like, you know, everyone at Local Disorder, I mean, I even mentioned it with RIP Daydream, were like really seasoned performers. Like everyone knew what the fuck they were doing, bro. You know, did the performing come for you like during, or, you know, you said you were in a band. Were you performing previously, you know, prior to rap and all this? And
Tons of terrible performances. That's all that I think creates a good, you know, knowledgeable, you know, performer in the end.
Yeah.
Is you know, when I was 11, I was playing Kilby. So it's funny enough, I played
Oh,
Kilby.
crazy.
I probably played Kilby almost. It's over 100 times probably.
For
in
real?
my lifetime.
Damn.
Since you were 11.
That's
So it's funny
crazy.
when everyone was freaking out. I was hanging off the rafters. I was like, "Oh, you didn't know? I saw that back when I was like 15. I you know saw some guy hang off the rafters." And there's a few other tricks. If we play there again,
Yeah.
you can throw your leg through the. They got that one thing. You know what I'm talking about? The bar. Yeah.
Oh,
You can throw your leg through that and hang on it. But I watched some guy. Yeah. Right. There's a few tricks in there, but yeah, no, the performing was just over time, you know, and it's totally different. I think what I do now from you know, playing the guitar, you know, trying to implement instruments into my music, you know. I think in the past I just, you know, would just run an instrumental and you know, rock out, but now we're really, you know, trying to formulate a band here hopefully soon and you know,
Adam and the boys.
yeah, have a live performance.
Going
I
crazy.
mean, you know, ideally we'd have a group of musicians that, you know, we could tour with even and cover 5-6 hours of music between 6 people.
Stage presence is like a big thing that like a lot of these newer artists that are up and coming, not talking local, but actually new artists that are coming up making the top 100 and stuff. They don't have a lot of that, you know. They don't have a lot of stage presence a lot of these times, you know. So I feel like, I mean, even from the very first time I seen both of you guys on stage, like that was the one thing that I noticed about Ferrari and both, like, damn, these fools got the stage. Like these fools are going absolutely fucking
that
crazy.
took a long time too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you know, you gotta demand a level of respect as an MC.
Of course.
And then for me, it's about not blowing out my voice, which
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
that night. But yeah, you know, it took time, you know, and
For sure.
I would obviously say, you know, doing a show like Kilby takes almost more stage presence than, you know, when I played, you know, I played a arena like that holds, you know, 20,000 people in South Dakota like last year.
Yeah.
And, you know, that almost was easier than playing 10 people or 20 people.
Because Kilby's more intimate. You're up close and personal.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
there. Right.
Yep. And so I think those are just good moments just to prepare for the big moments like that, you know, where you got Jumbotron going on and everything, you know.
Damn.
But yeah, it took a long time. A lot of bad shows, a lot of terrible shows.
We're getting in your reps, so it's like it totally makes sense.
So we got to see you almost max repping because, like, I was once again, I go back to it. I got to see you perform live for the first time, and I was like, okay, a lot of the guys up there knew what the hell they were doing. Like I love
everyone.
Like Club Mungo came on, and I was like, who the hell are these guys? And I was like, I was going crazy over it. I was
crazy,
like, I talked to them right after they did their set. I was like, yo, I need to have you guys on the podcast. I need to talk about what you guys are doing.
Crowd
And then, like,
control,
Club
man.
Numero
Mongo,
uno,
it's
like
crowd
Never
control,
catch 'em.
exactly.
Never
Like,
catch them. I love them when they perform. I was like, dude, these guys fucking got it.
I know, I just recently
sick.
started working with them, and man, they're a wild crew. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
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 But you know, it's crazy hearing that stuff live. You know, especially some of that harder stuff. You know, I think translates really well live, especially at Kilby or something. You know.
Yeah.
Bro, they had the place jumping. Bro.
Yeah.
Like from the outside, that shit
Oh
was
yeah, that was fun.
going crazy
That
with
was
it.
super fun. Hopefully, some music collaborations coming, you know, soon from those guys and myself as well.
Of course.
But yeah, man.
What were or are some challenges right now that, I mean, you feel like may be facing trying to push music out in the right direction, if there's anything at all?
Just exposure, just like any other artist. I think almost everyone, not everyone, but I would say, you know, anyone with time and making enough songs will catch a song that could be a hit.
Right.
But then it's just the majority of people will not rise to the occasion and, you know, or have the means to promote it correctly, you know. And for years it was just, you know, lack of knowledge. Nowadays everything is really kind of laid out in front of us of how you should go about promoting something, and it's easy to even search what's the new way to promote. What's the new way to get out there?
Right.
Whereas, you know, I remember starting in a band, you know, back in the CD era, and there were you could maybe YouTube something, but there were, you know, 20 different videos on, you know, a great way or great method of how to do it. It was just you know, try and make as much noise as you can and hope you get signed. Whereas now the landscape is entirely different, you know, and, you know, artists are making, you know, $100,000 a month on just Spotify, and they're not even known or signed.
Right.
They just have actual fans, and their music's good, you know. So I'm hoping to, at bare minimum, be able to just be, you know, an artist like that can live off their music full time.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
know.
Definitely.
That's the game plan.
I feel like, you know, in this day and age, everyone's attention span is like quick with it.
Oh
quick,
my God,
with
yeah.
it. So you gotta always like have some shit to stick and consistently always pushing reels, whatever it might be, just pushing the content out.
Yo, is it cool if I take a bathroom break?
Of course.
Yeah,
Cool.
go ahead.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
We can put Rari on the mic or something.
Hey, 5 minutes of Rari. Let's get some jokes going in right now. This is the start of his stand-up career.
Sit down.
Alopecia wear.
This is the
And this is an ad brought to you by Alopecia Wear.
I'm Ferrari Smoke, and I approve this message.
I'm really finna jump right now.
yeah.
Get on,
let's
bro.
get it.
Get on.
This is the first time ever we actually had a Chinese fire truck.
Chinese fire drill.
Yo, my
Welcome
name is
back.
Adam
Welcome
Banx.
back. You are now listening to episode 57.2.
Hey, yo, so, shit.
How you been, bro?
Bro, I've been good. I've been
Going
chilling,
crazy.
you know,
Local
going
disorder. Everyone
crazy.
rocking out, going crazy.
Yeah, you see what I'm wearing?
Yeah,
I
man.
got
Hell
this-
yeah.
Tell him.
Bro,
Tell him.
Twinning, bro. Twinning.
Twinning. But you make it look better. I already told you. Big
So
drip, big
nice.
drip.
Thank
And
you.
you got a
bro.
wife.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Real quick,
Makes me
bro.
feel good.
Before he comes back, what was the idea behind local disorder, bro? How did that come up? And-
Shit, bro. Honestly, the whole idea was like, so me and Banks had this discussion, right? Like, it was kind of like, it wasn't really like a jaded moment, but we were just like, bro, we're not getting enough shows out here. We need to just do our own shit and fund our own shit, because fuck, like, relying on anybody else to book us type shit.
Right.
Because, like, I was still getting, like, decent looks or whatever, but, like, it was, like, I would, like, go to the show and see how it was ran and, like, how it was, like, just, the whole ROS and be like, yo, I don't like the run of this show, so I want to, like, I would do it different. And Banks was like, bro, let's just do our own shit.
Yeah.
And we were, like, trying to, like, do, like, a band at the time, too, because I, like, am heavy deep into, like, the grunge bag, and Banks produces all that shit.
Yeah.
So it was like, let's just throw our own shit and let's just make it a mix of, like he said, like, he is the sound of the city. So he was like, let's book all the homies. Let's make sure every show we have, like, an MC. Like, he's, like, kind of like the low-key, like, the ghost owner of the whole shit, you know,
Right.
the unspoken partner. 'Cause
Definitely,
we talk
bro.
about everything before I do it, and I know it's, like, onto a good idea, because he's like, yeah, do that shit. It makes
Right.
sense. So I run everything by him. We, like, come up with shit. So it was really just like, man, let's, like, amplify the city, but, like, you are the voice of the city, so let's amplify, like, all of our niggas. And,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? Put everybody on who we fuck with, from, like, you guys, all the designers, all the
Right.
vendors. Like, we wanted photographers, vendors, and artists. It was like everybody we fuck with on every aspect of art, we have to put into the show. So it was really just like that. And it came to, like, the idea of, like, we want to make sure, like, every single show is, like, our show, so we're
Yeah.
not gonna do like a showcase of like 10 different artists. We're gonna keep it super short.
Right.
And yeah, ran the idea by him. He was like, "That's golden," and yeah, we just was going crazy with it.
Yeah.
The second show is only on the second show.
We're excited to see what there's a lot more too. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It only gets bigger from here, though. Like I said, once again, bringing you guys doing what you guys did for the community, just showcase a lot of us that haven't been in the community, especially
Right.
the Utah music scene, gave us a glimpse of what you guys have been
You're
able to do.
putting a lot of people on, man.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of good things.
Props
But that's
to
what I'm
you
saying.
guys.
It like started in the studio though. Like it like literally like he has been the sound of Salt Lake City since Groundworks, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Since AZA and Steven and
Going
fucking
crazy.
Los
I
and
haven't
shit.
heard
Literally,
AZA in
bro.
a
Like
minute.
since
Shout outs to
all
them.
that shit. Like
Yeah.
Adam Banx, A-Dub has been the sound of that. So what Local Disorder really is just like we're putting on the sound of the city in the best way that we feel like we could do.
And one
So,
thing that I say is that if there's any two artists that can bring people together like that, it's definitely you and Adam.
facts. He the
From
glue. Like literally. 2019
when we actually caught on, like, remember that show we went to?
Yeah, of course.
Hella people were there, and I've been to like 4 or 5 shows after that, bro, and it's always packed the same.
Yeah.
Always packed the same.
Facts.
So this one was no different.
Yeah.
This one was no
Appreciate
different
it.
at all.
Appreciate
It's
it.
just,
And all my
but
very
this one
first shows
feels-
has been with this man. Like
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
literally
Exactly.
everything I do is possible because ABX Studios.
Yeah.
So it's just like, Local Disorder is an extension of that. Like, look what we're doing for
Right.
the city type shit, and it's gonna be bigger than the city too.
Yeah,
so
I still remember, bro. You had the more about nothing. This fool had the fucking plaid skinny jeans on and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. There's yeah.
Hey,
Cap,
yo,
the leather jacket.
yo, the
leather
Yeah.
jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the day Banks, the day Banks got a stylist, it's over for the city. You know what I'm saying? It's over for everybody, bro. I'm telling you. But shit, I'm about to instant transmission out this bitch.
There we go. Shout out to Farrar for giving us a little segment on Local Disorder, though.
Yeah, man.
thank you,
Tell
thank
him,
you.
bro.
Man,
Yeah.
Sound of the City, that's a good name right there.
Yeah.
That's for real. Like, that sounds perfect for what he's doing.
That sounds like Batman and
stylist,
Batman.
but I'm in.
Tell him. Hey, he got one
got the
already, man.
updates
Tell
on.
him.
Put some respect on my name. Come on,
Tell
bro.
him,
I'm
bro.
in the shit right now.
Tell him, man.
Don't worry. If y'all
I
need
appreciate
anything
that,
from
bro.
us, don't worry.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We're getting you guys dripped out. Whatever
Some
we can do,
kind
more about
words.
nothing, some off, everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's I think the real issue. I just don't have enough of the stuff from you guys, man.
There we
Yeah,
go.
bro. We
Hey, we
gotta
got you
get
right
hooked
after.
up,
We'll
bro.
get you right after.
Got you. Before you left, we were talking about exposure, bro. Please let us know what we can do on this end where we can help. Come on, bro. Anything you have to promote, EP, album wise, whatever. Bro,
Yeah.
we with you. We with it.
Just after bad times, the movement. New studio location coming
Yeah.
soon.
Nice.
Hopefully, then
Okay.
the entire city will have access to the sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just giving everyone an opportunity. Because I think there's a lot of talented artists that I still
course.
haven't met, and I'd love to work with.
Yeah.
And, if you see this, just DM me, and I've
You heard of Bobby B. Mack and Venu Moon?
Yep.
Bro, I was telling Venu, bro, I was like, you gotta link with
Nah, we'll
Adam,
work.
bro.
We're gonna work
I was
for
like, you
sure.
gotta link with him, bro. That fool go
Yeah,
crazy.
super talented. Super
Yeah,
talented.
those boys go crazy, bro.
I mean, there's just countless names. We won't get into.
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
them, but it really is serious, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to expand.
Yeah.
and
Let us know on
hopefully-
that studio, bro. Shit.
Yeah, we're trying to leave a a footprint, not leave a footprint, but really create something that lasts here in the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The idea is not to run off to New York or LA after this. The idea
Yeah.
is to have roots here musically and business wise.
Yeah.
Almost
Right.
create like a hub for
Yeah.
anyone that's out here, anywhere, actually anywhere,
Yeah,
to come to Utah and just make music, or actually anything.
I think I know how to do this.
And let us be the first to say, man, because like I said, all of this is unfolding right before our eyes. Like Salt Lake's about to be the next LA very soon. And you guys are definitely, Ferrari, all the ones that we just named previously, like you guys are definitely at the forefront of making
Yeah.
sure all of this shit happens in the right ways, bro. So keep going, man.
Yeah,
like
thank
you
you.
guys,
I
all
appreciate
of you guys, man. We're
Yeah.
super proud of what you guys are doing.
Like keep
Going
showing love to
stupid.
these new artists too,
Yeah.
because that's really big of you guys. It was your first event, and you guys brought in all these.
Yeah, shout out Kid
All these
Cole,
different
came all the way
artists.
from
Yeah, bro,
Staten
that-
Island,
that
came
goes
from
crazy,
SI.
bro. Yeah.
Shout out Kid Cole. Again, shout out RIP Daydream.
Yeah.
Anthony linked me with bro, years back. And again, it's just crazy. It's a small world. I linked up with him and then ended up going out to New York for some undisclosed business, and he was out there.
Yeah.
And so we were able to link and cook in the studio. And it's just it's crazy to see him back here playing.
Super
Kill Beat.
friendly guy,
Young
man.
dude too,
Yeah.
bro. Young.
Oh yeah,
He's-
watch out for Cole.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That fool's coming. That fool's coming in hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yes,
gonna
he
be
is.
it's gonna be a storm. Really, hopefully, I can make enough noise and kind of lead by example to, just get the entire After Bad Times movement and all these artists just into a spotlight
Yeah.
that they deserve.
For sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I really think it's time.
Yeah.
I'm
You
excited.
guys are doing it, man. You guys are doing it. You're doing it right now, bro. I don't want you to think that you're not doing it. It's all coming together, bro.
I appreciate it.
All in due time, right? All in
Yeah.
exactly.
Just got to stay as humble as possible.
That's why we have
But I gotta
Ferrari to
pop
come
my
in
shit.
and
Yeah,
just
he's
like
got to pop
gas
my
you up.
shit
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, come on. That's what friends are for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're a family here at After Bad Times, and
Yeah.
it's been a journey. I'm happy. I feel like this is my best work as of to date with
For
Deep
sure,
Blue,
bro.
and I think the following projects are all a step
Of course.
closer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was hard to put this album together and kind of, I put the sound together, but at the same time, I really wanted to make sure there was growth every album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard sitting there and picking, I wouldn't call it the bottom of the barrel, but it's, I have to grow from that point. I had these, 100 tracks, and had to make it make sense. So
Definitely, bro.
I do think it's my best work yet, and hopefully each one coming from there, will.
Just gets better and better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure, bro. We hear the progression. I definitely hear the progression from some of the stuff I've heard, in the past, and I do think it's some of your best work as well,
Thank
too,
you,
bro,
man.
for
And,
sure.
and then whenever I drop the ball, I got Rari or I also got my girl Elia
Yeah.
on one of the records. Got my girl Stella on another record.
Yeah. For sure.
It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be a moment. It's gonna be a moment.
I'm excited, man. I'm
Yeah,
excited
excited
for the
to hear.
rollout and to see what comes next, bro. For
Yeah.
sure. What is for the target audience, if there is one, what are you trying to get the audience to take away from Deep Blue?
I just want to take them just outside of their day-to-day life for a moment
Yep.
and just hopefully give somebody, peace of mind, even for, 30 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's about 30 minutes, the project, but, the idea is to, just be a safe haven.
Yeah.
Music has been that for me my entire life. Just,
Yeah.
as for all of us, and hopefully to inspire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Most def, bro.
And then finally, I would say would be to just get some stuff off my chest musically,
Yeah, for
get
sure, bro.
a sound out there, because I think I have stuff coming in the future that may not make sense. It may be too big of a jump unless you hear this first in a way.
Right.
You know what I mean? And,
You got to give it in increments and shit,
in increments.
Yeah, for sure.
And really, I'm just super blessed, happy to finally be dropping music after so long.
Yeah, bro. I'm excited, bro. I'm about to hop on one of the tracks too. I'm gonna send you the samples.
Let's go, come on,
send it
man! I
in,
need
bro.
that feat.
He going crazy,
Oh,
bro.
man.
You better be on the album now.
Bro, we
Fuck.
had a
going
session
crazy.
I'll
with
be
one
so
alone.
pissed.
You're going crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. Anything else, you guys?
I got a puppy.
Oh,
Yeah?
you got a puppy?
Yeah, I got
Going
a little
crazy.
German Shepherd.
Hell yeah.
His name is Loki. I'll be posting more
hell
photos
yeah.
of him. Sorry,
How
Low-key.
old is the guy?
he's 13 weeks.
Wow.
13 weeks of hell.
Bro.
And
Fucking up
Yeah,
the studio
so-
or what?
yeah, he's fucking up the studio for sure.
Hell yeah.
No, he
Little German
he
Shepherd.
definitely took a dump in the studio, but we cleaned it up. It's sanitary. It's all right now.
I'm a new dog daddy too, so
Really?
I feel
What'd
you,
you-
bro.
What's up, dog?
Dude, my guy's a little guy. He's a little Chewini.
Oh, I love that.
Chewini, but
there you go.
he got some min pin in there somewhere. He's way jealous and nervous all the time.
Is he fixed?
Yeah,
or-
we just barely got him fixed, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like a first dog dad too,
Yeah.
right? So learning everything was such a curveball for me, especially with
crazy.
with everything, especially like the neutering and all that shit. I was like,
Oh man.
poor dude, you getting balls chopped off, bro.
Well, at
That's
this point,
like-
I'm ready to chop my puppy's balls off because he's acting like crazy. You know, I don't know
Gotta
if that's
do it.
one of those things we were talking about, maybe cutting out.
Yeah.
But,
just to punish him, just like.
but no. He's just it's too much. Too
Yeah.
much.
I miss those days though because he's 8 months, so he's not even a year old, but they grow so fast, bro.
Yeah,
like
it's
they
crazy.
just mature ridiculously fast to the point where it's like you were a puppy not even a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, from 8 weeks to 13, he has tripled in size, and yeah, I don't know. Dogs are great.
Yeah, bro. I love
Dogs
it.
are fun.
Hilo went through the same situation with Toshi.
Yeah,
Bro, these
Husky.
motherfuckers told me I got a Pomsky.
Oh, Pomsky.
It was a full husky.
They told
Dude,
me
that dude is-
yeah, my girl came to the shop. She was like, "Babe, look at this Pomsky. I want it."
Like a
I was-
Pomeranian husky.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's gonna be like this
bro.
small, right?
This
Oh,
motherfucker
no,
was
he
this
was-
small for 2 days.
He's the bad guy in
no.
Balto.
Yeah.
Like he's that
Got me
big.
fucked
So
up.
the full
He's a
husky.
full husky, bro.
full
Oh, that's
Motherfucker's,
fun.
motherfucker's bigger than me, bro.
That's fun.
He's
bro. Come
crazy,
on.
bro.
He's so cute though. He's very friendly.
Very
I love
friendly.
Toshi.
Man.
He gets hyped though, bro.
Mhm.
Hopefully, I'll have my dog do a little cameo in a video or something.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Oh,
still
yeah.
cute.
For
We'll
sure,
try
bro.
to make it happen.
For sure. Let us know about some drip for some music videos, bro. We gotta get you laced up, bro. Whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I'm talking to R.I.P. Daydream
Yeah.
right now. We'll see. I don't want to.
Let us be in the music video, bro.
Let's go.
His thing is that if you ever
You'll
need
do a
Asian
verse,
triads,
you'll
we'll
be
be
in the
there.
video.
Oh, dude,
Ah,
if you
Asian
need
triads,
Asian
let me know.
gangsters,
Let's go.
We'll do a whole
I
rush
think it's only
rush
right.
hour.
Yeah, we can do a whole Rush Hour music
rush
video.
hour,
Come on, man.
we got Gucci, fucking Armani, we got Louis, we got all these guys here.
I'm in. I'm there for it. I need to text. Hold on. I'm going to text Palmer right now.
Is that
Scrap
that's
the
literally-
entire.
He's like, hey, I got some cast members if you need some Asian gangsters.
Scrap the whole treatment. I got another idea.
Yeah.
What was it? Juntao.
Wait, no, Juntao was the white guy.
Juntao.
Juntao was the white
No,
guy.
he's
He's the one with the blonde hair.
No, Juntao was the white guy. Because remember, at the end, they found out who really Juntao was. It's
definitely
the,
not
it's the
Shai
older
Shan.
white guy. Yeah,
Juntao.
he was like, "You're Juntao." He's
Rush
like,
Hour theme video.
The evil ass blonde haired Asian dude.
his name is like Hang or something like that.
Some, I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know I gave off that edgy
Ricky Tan.
vibes.
Ricky Tan. I'm looking for Ricky Tan.
you're more of a Ricky Tan.
I'll be down for that, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
Scheming, man.
There you go.
Ricky had that sauce, man.
I almost said something crazy, but I can't say it on the mic. Hold
So
on.
much like your father.
we got Rory in the back, in the poker, in the in the we got in the back room.
That's how he just got to open up. He got to do that Michael Jackson bit. He's up there doing it. He's just like killing it.
Go crazy.
I'm gonna pretend you're a man, a very beautiful man.
It's burning now.
There we go.
Love me.
He's ruining the classic.
Yo, where's the auto tune? Hold on. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Now
Jamal.
you're doing the feature, but you're singing it.
Yeah,
now.
there you go.
No rap, no bars. Just
No more
sing.
rapping for you.
On the
We're doing it.
bridge? That'd
Yeah.
be crazy, bro.
We're gonna do something crazy.
Man, bro.
Well,
You just got yourself a spot on the album for sure.
Going crazy.
well, I brought a guitar.
yeah.
I don't know if we want to. If you guys, it was cool. If I play something.
Yeah,
real
we
quick.
want to hear some, bro.
Yeah,
Going crazy with it.
I got a.
Yeah, we can try and get to work.
I
Cut
can,
here. Actually, don't cut here. Let's go into the segment first, and then let's cut into that,
Yeah.
and then that way I can change up the mics and stuff.
okay,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Set up.
We gonna do a little something.
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
But of course.
But-
Off the menu. 4K. Adam Banx. HD 4K carrots on your body. Tasty, you a sweetie, you got options. HD, girl, I see you, don't be modest. Can see right through you, shawty. See right through you. Black on black Benz, baby, I can barely drive it. 5% tint, but baby, you can see inside it. You know how to ride it, you know how I can see right through you, shawty. See right through you, shawty. She don't care about the price, she don't check, she just swipe.
Put him on skate, she cold. Put a baby daddy on ice. Baby, I know what you like. You a demon, girl, don't try to hide it. Baby, let me take you somewhere private. Yeah, you say that photo Jeep ain't big enough. You say you want that blackout Benz to pick you up. You talk about some nip and tuck. Like, damn, girl, you ain't thick enough. Can see right through you, shawty. See right through you, shawty. HD, 4K carats on your body. Tasty, you a sweetie, you got options. HD, girl, I see you, don't be modest. Can see right through you, shawty. See right through you, shawty. Yeah. That was 4K. Thank y'all for having me. Let's go. Adam Banx coming soon. Thank y'all. All right, cool.
We always ask, bro.
Yeah.
We always ask. You know, there's a segment on the show. We call it the Chef Special.
Oh yeah.
Just some free game, some advice for the viewers, for the fans. What's the Chef Special from Adam Banx, man?
Man, Chef Special is if you stop, you've guaranteed your failure.
Tell them.
And I mean,
Absolutely.
the rest should be self-explanatory. For those who are wondering for mixing sauce, you know, I would say, you know, start with the vocals. If the vocals aren't right, you know, a lot of other stuff is just not going to work.
Right.
Just get your vocals sounding right, and it should tell you what your other problems are or fix a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, so career, art, and then just for life, I would say, you know, just don't stress it too bad.
Tell them.
You know,
That's also
like
important,
you gotta work and you gotta go hard, but you know, just you know, make sure to enjoy life. Make sure to actually be present.
Tell them read your shirt. Tell them read your shirt. Enjoy yours, man.
Enjoy
Tell 'em,
yours.
right?
Enjoy yours, man.
Nice plug.
And this episode is brought to you by Off Face.
Oh,
It's hard, and that's part of
sure.
why I got the puppy even too. I was like, I'm spending too many hours in this studio. I need
Right.
someone that's gonna bring me outside every hour to bark and bite at
Yeah.
me. And
you gotta
know,
have things that ground you.
Mhm.
You know, always.
That's
but yeah,
healthy.
I'm trying to, just for anyone that's like, fuck, that's totally not me. I'm totally not healthy with it. I'm with you. Like I have my days too as well. You know what I mean? And you know, it's nice to dress it up and, you know, act like you got it all together. But, you know, I'm just the same as everyone else in
Yeah.
that way where, you know, some days there's balance and some days it's all the way, you know,
Yeah.
to the side. And, you know, just try and keep a level head through both.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
That's some good advice, man.
Yeah, I really like
Hopefully
that.
that was decent.
Y'all got 3 chef specials.
3
from Adam
and
Banx.
1.
You can't move
3
too
and 1.
fast. You
Yeah.
can't move too slow. And if it's okay, if
talk-
you just gotta stay in motion.
Yeah.
He
I
talked
should
about
have said
moving.
that exactly.
Always in motion, man.
Talking about art, he talking about career, he talking
All
about your
of it.
personal, all 3. That's all you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they're, you know, they're all tied in some way or
Mhm.
another. You know, if you practice one, it'll help with the other.
All day, man. All day.
Hopefully that was decent.
No,
No, that was perfect. That was perfect.
perfect.
No, that
Yeah.
was-
I'm gonna go home and watch the other chef specials again and be like,
He's like, what was I
bro,
cooking?
bro went deep.
We appreciate all of them.
No, yeah. It's like, once again, it's nice to hear free game from anyone, you know, advice of anything, because as anyone that has an experience in anything, to hear it from one person to another is like, okay, I can kind of slow down, or I can kind of make sure I got to keep going, you know.
And it's all the same. And these are all people in doing different things creatively in business and all. You know, everyone usually always is kind of in that same ballpark of.
And just if the first brick isn't stable, like you can't build. You know, you gotta keep, you know, you gotta keep a level head and just keep it, you know, constructive and productive each time. Like, you know, you might have to go 2 steps back, but if you really, you know, make sure your foundation is good, you can just take it step by step.
Yeah.
rather than, you know,
Always.
gaining traction and losing it and going back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can take my own advice on that this year. We'll see.
That's part of the chef special too, is take your own advice as well.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys live by it, because that's the one thing.
I'm guilty of
Exactly,
that
tell
too.
When you're critical about yourself, sometimes it's so hard to take that advice, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing.
100%.
But
Always, man.
we will like to thank you for joining us here
Thank you,
on
guys.
episode 57 Off the
Going
Menu
crazy.
podcast. Adam Banks.
I appreciate you guys.
Adam
so much,
Banks.
man.
One
Sound
of
of
the
the
best.
City, dude. That's
Yeah.
I'm sticking with that name, dude. I
Yeah.
love.
Ooh,
I
that
love
might be the next album.
Yeah,
Sounds of the City.
Yeah.
Ferrari
Yeah.
cooking, dude. Ferrari. That was Ferrari.
yeah.
That was Ferrari behind the
Yeah,
scenes. You
he's
were out
going
there.
crazy.
He's like, I
Sound
got you.
Sound of the City.
Ferrari got you. I get it. And you guys
Yeah.
are a family, and that's what he was able to speak highly of you and put things together.
Let us do a skit on the Sound of the City, man.
Yeah, bro. I
Crazy.
can hear it now.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We might have to take a snippet from this or something.
Yeah.
Maybe we throw that.
Dude, I want to go
on the
DJ
record.
drama on that shit.
Yeah.
Adam Banks
There we go.
eating ice cream at the mountaintop.
There we go.
Tell him.
I'm there for it, man.
Yeah.
I'm there for all the shit. So next project for sure.
All day, man. Off the Menu, episode 57. Adam Banks, Off
Thank
the
you,
Menu,
guys.
going crazy for y'all. Thank you so much, Adam. Going
Love
Thank you,
y'all.
y'all.
Peace out, y'all.
Enjoy.
Adam Banks.
Adam Banks.
Don't forget,
Who
we
is
got
Shai
something
Chen?
special coming up right after this, too. Let them know.
Jeez.